Helicopters, transshipped in sections aboard C-47s, are flown into China for use in liaison and rescue operations. Rescue squadron ground crews assemble the helicopters immediately upon unloading. Installation of the rotors completes the assembly. The pilot discusses operational features with General Chenault and staff before taking off on a shakedown flight. Final flight tests for the assembled aircraft are carried out at 6,000 feet because of greatly reduced carrying power at this altitude. In an effort to help ease heavy transportation backlogs, 21st Bomber Command B-29s are converted into passenger carriers. Fuselage gaps left by removal of turret and sighting stations are sealed. The bomb bays are fitted with plywood floors, and regular C-47 seats are installed. The converted bomber carries 39 passengers in addition to a 5-man crew. Each bomb bay has 2 escape hatches for emergency use. Conversion of these superforts eliminates waiting for personnel slated for rest leaves at Oahu and helps speed men whose tour of duty is completed back to the United States. This is Nuremberg, holy city of German fascism. Here, Nazi party leaders gathered each September to hear Adolf Hitler speak on the future of the Nazi state. Nuremberg, founded in 1050 AD, was renowned as a center of German culture. Tourists came from all over the world to see its Gothic architecture, its cathedrals and museums. From here came fine wood carving, painting, silverwork, children's toys. From here, too, came the notorious Nuremberg laws, the anti-racial, anti-religious edicts with which the Nazis had contrived to seize and hold power. The city's political significance often obscured its industrial importance. Located on the Bavarian Plain, at the intersection point for the main trans-European rail lines, Nuremberg was a major cog in the Nazi transport and armaments production system. Giant factories scattered throughout the area supplied the Wehrmacht with heavy tanks, armored cars, mines, electric motors and diesel engines, aircraft and submarine components. Considered a top priority target by both strategic and tactical air commands, Nuremberg was devastated by repeated Allied attacks prior to its capture on 21st April by units of the United States Third Army. Destruction was estimated to be 95% complete, but ultimate responsibility for the city's ruins rests with Nazi leaders, now in prison here in Nuremberg, awaiting Allied trial as war criminals. For the past several months, since 10th March, long-range free balloons, released in Japan, carried explosives to the North American continent. Easterly winds that prevail at 20 to 30,000 feet swept the balloons across the Pacific in from 85 to 135 hours. Aleutian-based fighters intercepted a number of the balloons and made photographic passes before shooting them down. About 33 feet in diameter, the balloons were filled with 19,000 cubic feet of hydrogen gas. Ballast dropping mechanism and bomb loads were hung about 45 feet below the bag. When hit with incendiaries, the balloons burned but did not explode. A detonating charge and flash bomb were supposed to destroy the apparatus and gas bag when the balloon's mission was completed. But a number of them were found intact. The spherical bag was made of 5-ply rice paper, which was shellacked for weatherproofing. Construction indicated the balloons were being mass-produced at little cost. An escape valve automatically released gas if the balloon rose too high. Anti-personnel and incendiary bombs and the control mechanism were mounted on a circular aluminum frame. Ballast was automatically released when the balloon dropped below a set altitude, estimated at 20,000 feet. A wet cell battery was carried to supply power for operation of control apparatus. Ballast weights were held by simple hooks. A series of barometric aneroid switches governed height. It is believed the main purpose of the bombs was to start brush and forest fires, but attacks were so scattered and aimless that they constituted no military threat. Blinding flash, many times as brilliant as the midday sun, is followed by a tremendous sustained roar and a heavy pressure wave as the first atomic bomb is test exploded at Alamogordo, New Mexico on 16th July 1945. A massive multicolored cloud of flame boiled 40,000 feet into the sky. The steel tower from which the atomic weapon was hung was literally vaporized. Men standing 5 miles away were knocked down. And earthquake-like tremors rocked an area 300 miles in diameter. A weapon destined to shorten the war and to place a tremendous responsibility on the possessors of its secret for the future of mankind.